This is Cassie.
And this is Jessie.
And you are listening to
Off Her Chops.
Off Her Chops.
Off Her Chops.
Off Her Chops. Welcome back, Pork Chops. Episode 5.
Oh my gosh.
Episode 5. And I do have to say, episode 4, heavy. Heavy topics.
Was heavy topics, but huge thanks for all the support that came out of that.
Massively.
That was a bit of a scary episode for us to talk about, but the support that we got back was incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It makes us feel
Safe.
very safe,
Yeah.
and thankful that we were able to share that with you. And we just want to help anyone that we can. So we appreciate you. Thank you. This, I keep seeing, it's going in my face and going all over. I said, I need to put something in my hair.
And you thought, piece of material.
Black scrunchie, it's attached.
Oh, it's a scrunchie,
yep,
is it?
Yep. Forever 21, $3.99.
Oh, it's got a cut in it, mate. I'm surprised
Bob's-
you got that in your head.
Bobsy Dad, where is the cut? Don't tell me it's going to rip in there.
There.
Oh, shit.
Right there. That's enough. She's going to throw it out now.
I will. After this episode's one and done, as they say. I feel very Grease right now.
Okay, I can get behind that. You look
Yeah.
very, very cute.
Yeah. What do you think? Digging it? You like it?
Yep.
Good.
I probably wouldn't wear it myself.
Yep.
But I think it is very you.
It's all right. Thank you.
No, yeah.
You know, do your own style.
We are individuals.
You know, I love your hair clips. Very, very cute.
Thank
They're
you.
like fluoro pink butterflies.
Yeah, they're
Very
butterflies.
2000s trend. I wouldn't wear them. They look very cute on you.
Thank you.
You know, we appreciate your style.
That is funny.
I can't even talk. Producer Snoogs is here.
He told us there's a rule for this episode.
Not to tap the table.
Do not tap the table.
He's getting, you know what?
It's getting feisty.
He's getting a bit of an ego, guys. I have to say. Producer Snoogs.
Yeah.
Thinking he's.
You're actually a bit too close there. If you could just sit back.
I'm testing the limits right now.
Oh my god.
I'm pushing his buttons right now. Yep. He's gonna get the shits. All right. Just joshing with you, mate. Don't get your knickers in a knot.
Get your knickers in a wad.
So yeah. What's been going on? Talk to me.
Well, did a photo shoot last week.
Lovely. Saw a couple of pics. Great.
Yeah, in a bikini too. Phew,
Great.
that was brave.
Phew. Beautiful though.
Yeah, so it was in Jacksonville, so I had a bit of a drive to do by myself, busting to go to the toilet. Of course, it's a 3-hour drive. At some point, you're going to need to pull over and do a wee.
You know.
And I saw a sign for Buckee's, and I feel like I had Snoogie in my head saying, stop at the Buckee's.
Oh my gosh, I want to go there so bad.
Well, it sucked.
Oh.
It was so busy.
Oh, nah. We don't do good in
It was so busy, but I had to go so bad, and there was so much traffic just to get in there. So I was like, I'm not going to drive around and to keep looking for a bathroom.
No.
So I stopped, and like I said, it was so busy, and they've got the doors to open it are the like ones that it senses
Like
if
the
you're there.
automatic ones? Yep.
I just touched the table.
Oh,
I've done it.
mate, he's pissed off at you right now. Snoogs is.
Well, won't do it again. That's my one pass.
Sorry. Anyway, back to Bucky's.
Buckee's, yeah. So I'm approaching the doors that open, and I'm gunning it for the bathroom. Gotta go so bad. Well, this old woman, she wasn't old, middle-aged, I'll say.
Yeah.
But you know how they get on their phone
Oh.
and they're like doing these ones? She was standing in the middle of the entryway.
I can
And
only
me-
imagine how hot you were in this moment. I wish I was there. I know you were fuming by now.
Me being me, I got to tell her,
Get the fuck out of the way.
get the fuck out of the way. So as I approached the woman, I said, maybe you shouldn't stand in the middle of the entryway.
You did not.
Verbatim.
Oh, I love you so much.
And she responded, oh, I'm sorry. And I said, it's okay. Just don't do it again. And I continued on to the bathroom. And she knew she was in the wrong. You don't
was
stand
in
in
the
the
wrong.
middle of a walkway while it's so
Busy.
busy. I can't even tell you how busy it was. Like, I was dodging and ducking and diving and dipping and all those things just to get to the bathroom.
Dip, dive, dodge,
Dodge,
duck,
duck.
dive.
Dodge. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Wow. You just scolded her.
I did
love it.
because people will huff and puff, and this woman will never know.
No.
I can tell you what, she won't do it again.
No. And perfect reaction. She said, "Yep, my bad."
Exactly.
I fucked up.
She could have been a bitch, and
Yeah.
I would have one-upped her.
You would have puffed up.
I would have looked back at her and given her an eye and kept walking.
Yep.
Is what I would have done.
Stern look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stern look. Did you pee your pants?
No, I'm not 3 years old.
Hey, all right, a second.
Well,
hang on. Well, some people, haven't pissed my pants, but I'm saying
Starting
if you
to
hold
wonder
it,
if you have.
hey, I'll pop a squat anyway. You know me.
I know.
If it gets to that point where I'm busting, give me a wet wipe and a treat, and I'm good to go.
That reminds me of Yakima.
That reminds me of Yakima too. We'll get to that later on, guys, if you're lucky. So you made it to the bathroom.
I did make it to the bathroom.
You peed,
and then I had a panic attack in the bathroom. In the stall, I picked the first stall. There was one of those ones where there's like 100 stalls.
Okay, so let's say you're going to have to wait in line.
No, gosh,
Okay,
no.
good.
I went into the first one. Very first one. Had to go that bad.
Eager.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for like which one I could get to. It's just first one. Here we go.
Yep.
And then I had a panic attack, and I was like, I hate being in crowds of people. And I started playing in my head. Oh gosh, this is so deep. It's so like, I don't know, that a mass shooter was going to come, and what would I do?
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. And then I was like, I had this like, this is what I was going around in my
exit
head.
strategy.
An exit strategy.
Yeah.
How was I going to call Ronnie, who was still an hour and a half away?
Yeah.
How is he going to get to me? Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have
a lot.
to worry about that kind of stuff.
No, not when you're busting to just take a piss, you know?
I'm just trying to get to a photo shoot.
Trying to get that content for the Instagram, guys.
Yeah,
Tell you what, content's been low.
Very low. I've been reusing some old photos.
And you know what? It's funny because your caption will always be like, is my content low? Yeah, it is. But here's a picture of me. And I'll be like, no, you bloody post that because that picture is bum.com. People don't understand the effort.
No, and I feel like
Instagram.
those photos are from like 2 years ago, and I have 800 more thousand followers since then. So that's eyes who have not seen this photo.
Yeah,
who
that's true.
You know, I'd like that recognition.
That's true. And those older followers are like,
love it still.
what's going on here? You posted this picture already. I want new content.
Yeah,
And you say, mate, I'm on my way to a photo shoot.
It's
Relax
calming.
your sacks.
Relax your sacks.
Relax your sacks, as they say.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Well, last week, I would say we did something, but I kind of forced you to do it.
What? Oh, gosh.
With me. I have always wanted to do improv classes, and I signed
you're funny.
up. Thank you. Appreciate that. I've always wanted to do improv classes, and my acting semester has ended, so I had some free time, and I was like, look, I want to keep...
So you had to fill it.
I want to keep doing something actively. Got the dialect lessons going on, you and I, where I was like, let's do something else. So I signed up for improv lessons, and then I messaged you and said, sign up too.
Do this with me.
Do this with me. It'd be fun.
And I had I honestly didn't really want to do it, but I thought to myself, this is probably good for my acting as well.
Yep.
Also, I know I'm going to be in a class where you're going to make me laugh. So I'm all about that life. And also I just didn't have any other excuse to not do it.
I knew, and I was ready for anything that you would say.
Yeah.
I would rebuttal.
You weren't backing down on that one.
I wasn't backing down because I was like, it was going to be so much fun to do it together.
Totally.
And like you said, just keeping just another step forward in the acting career.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the improv.
Just learning different techniques.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So we had our first class. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I really enjoyed myself. The first kind of game, would we say game? What would it be called?
I guess it's a game.
Right? Yeah, the first game that we did, pick a partner. Obviously, we go together.
I thought he was going to say pick a partner of someone you don't know, because there was a couple people in there who knew other people. So I went to go with the twin.
Yep. And then
she went with her twin, and I was like, okay, that's fine.
And I walked into the middle of the room thinking, oh, someone new.
Someone's going to pick me.
And then I look around, and Cassie's by herself, and so am I. So I said, okay, looks like we're going together. Blank piece of paper on the wall. Our teacher says, you each have to draw one line each.
And it has to connect from the previous
line. So that's what we thought.
I think that was the case, but people made up their
own rules and everything. So one line at a time connecting, and once you think the picture is complete, you start doing one word at a time.
One letter at a time.
Sorry, one letter at a time.
To create the name of
the piece.
Abstract art piece.
So we go, got this down.
Easy.
Looking around the room, we're thinking we've won this already, guys. Cass started us off. Did kind of like a semicircle.
Nice clean line.
Nice clean semicircle. Then I come in and go, okay. To be honest, I was thinking, first thing that popped into my head was a cloud.
Okay.
So that's why I did another little semicircle.
Oh, you did, yep.
Right? So another little semicircle. So we've got 2 semicircles. Right off the bat, it starts looking like 2 balls. And we start dying of laughter.
Because we know what we're both thinking.
And you can't speak. That was the other rule.
Yes,
you
you're not allowed to
cannot
talk.
speak at all. So I'm crying of laughter thinking we're about to draw a dick in our improv class.
I was
on the
going
wall.
for it.
And I was going for it too. And then we just kept on adding these lines that just morphed into something. Then I was adding random lines and you were like, they have to attach. And then our teacher came over and was like, just draw whatever you want. And we're like, great.
Yeah.
So the finished product was something...
When I look at it, it kind of looks like an abstract toucan.
I can see that. Why don't we pull it up?
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
we kept it.
show the people.
And if you're listening to the audio, head over to Off Her Chops on YouTube to see our picture.
We'll post a pic on the gram too.
on the gram too.
socials.
Yeah. So that's our picture. So you can see the balls started here.
Yeah, this was the first line.
And then I came in right here.
Yeah, and then I continued.
And then we went to town after that. And then I said, yep, it's done. And then
And
we
decided to name it Ad Alley.
Why? Couldn't tell you.
I thought we were going for... I started with the A, and I
Yeah.
thought, this looks like an alien abduction.
Yep. And then I said, this looks like a side profile shot of Chief. So I was going for a dog.
A dog.
And she's going for alien. So we came up with Ad Alley, and this is our picture.
And then the next, I guess, step of the process.
Well, actually, when the teacher came over and was like, just do what you want to do,
Yeah.
you turned around and said, well, we could have just kept the dick. And I died of laughter. I was like, could have just kept the dick. You're right.
Yeah,
dick
it's
would have
true.
won.
I mean, like you said, there's nothing except offensive things off limits, and I didn't think...
You're like, well, shit.
I thought that was great. I thought it was fine.
Dick would have been great.
And Dick would have been good. It would have popped the class. We would have
Hey,
been over.
We've been over with them. So yeah, next step.
Yeah, so then the next step was you had to present it to the class, but in true fashion of the game, you had to present it one word at a time.
Explaining your
You had to
artwork.
explain what the artwork was, bouncing back and forth one at a time. And you weren't allowed to talk about it prior to the explanation. So one word at a time, we're bouncing off each other. And you know us, we just go back and forth. We go back and forth pretty quick. So while some people were like, this
is
from
a
different...
And even that's good. That's it. We're putting them over a little bit too much. But that was struggling.
There were a couple struggles. We laughed it off.
But you know what? I have to say, just real quick, everyone went up there and just gave it their all.
Yeah.
And all of them were so funny.
They
we
were
laughed
funny.
at every single one.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
Everyone was just like, fuck it. I'm going to go up there.
Totally.
I'm going to do this exercise.
Yeah.
And there's no way you can win or lose. You just do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
And
an
I thought
exercise.
everyone was great.
Yeah.
So,
but we were the best.
hands down, we were the best. Let's be honest, guys. So we were vibing. Our
We are
explanation
just
was amazing.
Back and forth. Something about cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs. Called an arsehole. And then
that's right.
ended on arsehole. Everyone laughed. We thought, yeah, we popped them real big. Teacher goes, wow.
This was my favourite thing of the whole class.
Wow. This is a prime example of when people have chemistry. And I said,
That was just that's my favourite compliment people give us, because I feel like people who know us know like our back and forth, and like in wrestling people got to know our chemistry, but when someone meets you for the first time and that's the first thing they say about you is that we have chemistry, it's like, yeah, you're damn right. That is my favourite compliment.
I love hearing it too.
Yeah.
And it was nice because like you said, he didn't know, he hadn't seen anything that we had done before, so completely new to us, and it was really cool. And then we both looked at each other and were like, mate, we get that all the time. And I loved it. And you even said, chemistry, I should bloody get it tattooed on my forehead.
I don't remember saying
You
that.
did. And then I said, it should be our new tag team name, Chemistry. That's what we're known for. But it put a smile on my face because people say it to us so often that sometimes I forget how truly special it is. But when he said it, I was like, oh, we've been through a lot of shit and we still got our chemistry.
Yeah. But even coming from like a professional.
Absolutely.
From in a different industry, in like the comedy industry, that just, I don't know, it means a lot.
Yeah. So a lot of fun. First lesson down, got a couple more weeks to go. I'm super excited. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I think we're going to meet and interact with a lot of new people, which is cool.
Yeah. And I hate meeting new people. So
exactly.
This is forcing me to do something I don't want to do.
And it's in a fun environment.
Totally.
So I think you're going to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But we'll keep you guys updated because I think it's just going to just add some fun and some laughter to our lives.
Yeah,
and,
it made me laugh. There was one thing we did to close out the class, and there's 14 of us?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Class.
And so you have to get from 1 to 7, A to E, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A, B, C, D, F, E, whatever, in any order. But you can't, so you're in a circle, you can't speak, and you have to, like, the class has to shout out the next number or the next letter or something, and you only win once you get to the end of that and no one's spoken on top of somebody else.
And we couldn't leave until we had done it. Yeah.
Which that was pissing me off.
Yeah, she was like, mate, it's 8:58. Class ends at 9. I need to be in my car at 9:02. What do you think this is?
Well, I don't want to walk to my car by myself at 9 p.m. in the middle of
no.
Orlando CBD.
I agree.
But what made me laugh is that Jess over here started telling people when they could and could not talk. Which made me laugh because the point of it is it's just that you vibe and you jump in. It's supposed to be fun if you know you talk on top of someone. But Jess was like, 1. And then she would look around and then she could see someone was about to say something. So she'd like point to them and everyone knew. So that's how we got through it.
It's so funny that you realise that because halfway through...
You did that for a few games.
I found people looking at me.
Yeah.
And then it was like when I looked at them, they knew it was like...
My turn.
C. And I was like, oh, am I controlling this right now?
Yes, you were. Because you were like doing these ones. And it just made me laugh because it wasn't supposed to be like that.
And all it is you got to look around and just... As long as you're looking at people and vibing, you can easily get through it. But some people... I've never done that game before, or like some people just get excited and yell out number.
Yeah.
Just helping them out a bit. But now looking back, I'm like, wow, I need to relax and just let people do what they want and not try and control everyone.
Hey, if we had played this at the beginning of class, I would have been like, yeah, relax. But this is the end of class. We're trying to wrap it up. Sure.
And I looked at your face when you said, we're not leaving until this game gets done. And I was like, okay, got to help her out. What can I do? But it was so much fun. So I'm excited for that. Opening up our minds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's it reminded me of, because like we were the only Australians in the class.
Yes.
And there was a wide variety.
We are often the only Australians in a room.
We are, yeah. But there were a lot of accents in this
our class,
which was beautiful. Like
Mirage, Mihaela.
Yep. And then we had just so many different types of people and like
it was a variety.
Many variety.
There
so
was someone
really cool.
who is a what was he? The one with the foot.
Oh, he was like a
sideshow
performer.
A sideshow performer, yeah.
Poor thing broke his foot from walking on a bed of nails. Like, we're not going to, this is a Monday night, guys. You're not going to find a story like that anywhere else on a Monday night. Yeah. So it's just really cool. But it made me think of like when we first moved here. Well, we still go through it now, where some people find it hard to understand what we're saying.
Well,
certain
you
words.
Especially have such a thick Australian accent.
Yep, and I'm not willing to budge on it, and that's what tricks me up sometimes.
And I am willing to budge because I hate repeating myself.
Yep, you do. You hate it.
Why am I the way that I am?
You are perfect, just the way you are.
Thanks,
darling. She texted that to me last night. Why am I the way I am? I said, stop it. You're beautiful.
You are, what is that? You are more beautiful than a sunset. What is that? I can't remember the line.
I think it's that, yeah. That sounds familiar. From Bridesmaids. Yeah. And one...
You are more beautiful than Cinderella.
That's it. I was about to say, it's a Disney princess, but I can't think of it. But one that always makes me laugh is when... I don't think I'd actually moved here. I think it was just when I was traveling over here. And I went in to get a spray tan.
I feel like that was when we first moved.
It was?
I think so,
early on, hey, yep. And I went in to get a spray tan, and I was like, "Hi, can I just get a dark tan?" And she's like,
Spray tan.
"You want to what?" Sorry, I said, just dark spray tan." And she's like, "I'm sorry, a what?" And I said, "Well, you know how you have light? Can I get a dark spray tan?" And she goes, "Oh, a dark spray tan."
Dark.
And I went, "Yeah." And she goes, "I'm so sorry. I thought you were saying a duck spray tan." And I said, "No, bless your heart. Don't want a duck spray tan.
What's a duck spray tan?
I just want to be bronzed." So many instances like that where
the vernacular is different.
it just, there you go, word of the day. Right here.
Can I please get some recognition on vernacular?
Recognition coming your way. Raise the roof. And so many times where just words that are everyday life back in Australia, they don't use here.
Right.
Obviously, different culture, different country, different continent. There was one that happened to you all the time. Was it takeaway?
Oh gosh.
It was, wasn't it?
I think this was probably the first time it happened to me, which was not long after the duck incident.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie and I went in to get food, and I wanted takeaway.
Yep.
And I said to the lady, "Can I please get this to takeaway?" She was like, "What?" It's like when you package up my food for me, I'd like to take it away from the restaurant. Simply take it, go to my car, drive home. I'll eat at home. Take it away. That's the thing. That's what drives me crazy. Is it's so simple. Put takeaway.
Yep.
She goes, "Oh, take out." Yes, the exact same thing. So this is why it's like dumb to me.
Yeah. There are some.
I'm very judgmental. I know.
Yeah.
I try to work on that. I don't want to be judged.
She's working on it.
I'm not trying to judge anyone else. But simple things like that. I'm like, use your brain, babe.
It is, babe. Come on now. Let's be nice. Come on, babe. Stop being an idiot. But there are so many words like that. I remember car park.
Yeah, that was another one.
And it was parking lot. Yeah.
Is that what they say?
They say parking lot.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, car park, where you park your car.
Oh,
You know?
well, simple.
But there are some where I understand
that it's confusing.
it's confusing. Because
Totally.
I remember when we were driving to a live event in NXT, me, you, Levis, shout out to Levis.
Oh, love you,
Love you,
Venezuela.
Love you, Valenzuela. And Seisu, Apollo, as they say. 4 of us traveling, and early on days where we didn't have a sun pass, paying the tolls every now and then,
With coins.
following the GPS, didn't know where the bloody hell we were going, and missed a turn, and I said, "Don't worry, I'll just chuck a Yui." And he goes, "Chuck a what? What are you doing? What's that?" I said, "I'm just gonna chuck a Yui." And then you're in the back seat. She's just gonna make a U-turn. So I can understand sometimes it's a little bit.
Well, yeah,
What is
and
that?
you also, I don't know how many times drove on the wrong side of the road, oncoming trucks. So I can understand why they might have been nervous for you to perform some sort of road maneuver that they did not know.
Driving move.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah, there was one time when it was just me and Levis driving back from a show in Largo.
Yeah.
And I was legit on the wrong side of the road for a
You
good...
went through a stop sign.
I did. I went through a stop sign. Mate, that one pops up out of nowhere.
It does.
And
Yeah.
I hated it every time. And then after I'd go through it, I'd go, that's right. It's Largo that has that stop sign. And then one time me and the Snoogs were driving to At Home, getting some new furnishings for the apartment back in the day.
Oh, sorry.
And I turned... You just made a noise.
I did.
Snoogs-
I keep kicking the table. That's
Snoogs-
worse than the head.
It is.
I'm sorry.
Making noises that you have to edit.
Poetry.
Cynthia. Oh!
Died. Jeff. Sorry. That's an example of digress. We went off topic there.
There you go.
So I was right.
We're learning.
This is educational.
And educational, guys. So yeah, with the Snoogs in the car, and he drives everywhere, I have to say.
And is that because he doesn't trust you?
100%.
Oh, he's nodding.
See, he's nodding. Oh my gosh. And I know it. And I think, great. Drive me everywhere.
You always fall asleep.
I'll fall asleep, mate. I'll scroll on Instagram. I'll meditate sometimes. I'll read a book.
Oh, you'll meditate?
Yeah, sometimes if I haven't meditated, I'm just going to meditate. Put my headphones in.
I can't read a book. I'll get nauseous.
You do get car sick. But I made a left turn and there was obviously
you were driving.
Once I was like, oh, I've got it, babe. I'll give you have the night off. I'll drive. It was literally like a 3-minute drive.
Oh.
Made the left-hand turn. There was a lot of roadworks going on. So I was unsure. I'd made the turn, but I was unsure where I was on the road. Very unsure.
And this is a busy road.
It's Colonial.
Colonial, yeah.
Very busy. One of the busiest ones in Orlando. Bit unsure where I was, but at home was just up there. I could see it up there, maybe half a mile away.
Yeah.
So I'm driving. He doesn't say anything, but I see him go, put his hand up to his face like this. And I said, am I on the wrong side of the road? And he goes, yes.
And
very
a
calm.
medium strip on that road
and there is too, yep. And I said, oh, okay. Another 30 seconds pass.
And you stayed.
He goes, babe, you're still on the wrong side of the road. And I said, that's all right. I'll just turn into the car park. Went into the car park, arrived at home, safe and sound.
Oh my gosh.
But there are a couple of times I will admit though, well, it's been years since I drove on the wrong side of the road. So props to me for learning.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
No accidents here.
It's good.
You know?
Yeah.
So, Bob's your dad.
I can't say it. I understand because that is confusing in Australia. It's like the right-hand turn is the far turn, and the left is the close turn. Here it's the complete opposite, and you're on the other side of the car, so it just throws you for a loop, mate.
It really does.
Yeah,
it took us a long time to get used to that.
It did, and I still sometimes now find that like if we're approaching the car, and for example, it's my car, and Ronnie says I'll drive. I have to approach slowly, and from behind him, I've got to see which side he goes to
Follow
first.
him.
Yeah.
Yep. So you don't look
because and then sometimes even if I'm by myself, I like to do a reverse park. So if for some reason I have not done a reverse park, I've got to go stand in front of the car and find where the steering wheel is, so I know what side to enter from.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
I just go front in.
I cannot park front in.
Front in, yeah. There was the one thing. So our American driver's license test, our road test, remember that?
Yeah.
What a shit show that was. Oh my gosh, my lady, I didn't understand what she was saying, and it was just it was a whole thing. But the one thing that I nailed was you had to go front in. You had to park front in, but there were certain cones that you couldn't touch.
And they were so narrow.
They were so tight.
Yeah.
I was like, lady, come on now. Yeah. If I ain't choosing this parking spot.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going a couple of blocks down. Yeah. And just a nice wide spot.
I'll pick the safe spot.
Very tight. And I nailed that.
Somehow I did too. I probably asked her if I could reverse it. I'm just better in reverse.
Right. That's all right. You know, you got the camera. There you go.
We're not back then. We're in the shitty,
the Mazda.
Whatever we had.
The grey Mazda. The door creaked every time. Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. Now look this. Hey?
Speed and Demon.
Well, you are. Speed and Demon. That's a new nickname, mate.
I have been conscious of my road rage.
Yeah.
Since we spoke about that a few episodes ago.
You scared a lot of people. A lot of people scared them. They were like, I'm not messing with Cass on the road.
Good.
Oh, I can hear my baby girl
laugh. Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
She's crying, guys. Oh. She she loves Cass. She always pisses on Cass's foot when she comes in the door because she gets so excited.
Tells me she loves me.
And she can hear us talking and she's crying right now.
Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm back. She just needed to see her Aunt Cassie.
She loves you so much.
I know, and it makes me happy because she is not your biggest fan.
Hates me, guys. My own puppy hates me. Loves the Snooks.
You were so excited to get her, and then she's like, "Fuck you, Mum."
Yeah. I love you, Mum, but guess what? Fuck you! She just loves the Snooks so much. Goes, licks him. Yeah. Looks at me, gives him kisses, rubs her head up against him. He's like, Dad, scratch me. Oh. Gets into it, comes over to me, bites the fuck out of me. Oh. My legs have scars on them. Got a photo shoot next week.
Oh, when you showed me your legs and arms from her attacking you, I was not expecting that.
It is a lot.
I was like, shit. It
is a lot. She's a puppy. I know she's just going through it. I don't know if it's like female. Maybe. She's teething. There's just a lot of factors. I love her to death, but sometimes I pick her up and I'm like, Oh, I love you so much, you little devil dog. You little, oh, Mummy loves you so
Whisper in
much.
her ear.
Mummy loves you so much, but you're a little fucking devil dog. I'll tell you what. Love her to death.
She's cute.
Cute.
I'll give her that.
You fucking better be. Because she beats the shit out of me all the time. Bless her heart. Hope she grows out of it. If she doesn't, well, fuck. I'll just have scars on my legs permanently.
You love her anyway.
Oh, I do. I love her to death.
That's
It's rewarding having a puppy and having a dog and an animal that you love.
Yeah.
Because Snoogs and I, it's our first pet together.
Yeah, you guys have been wanting a dog for
A long time.
Long time.
So finally, you know, have the house and the backyard and just everything fell into place. So she was the next
thing
that we wanted to do
yeah.
In our marriage, which was very nice. Love her to death. Now go to bed. Get some sleep.
Get some shut eye.
Pissing me off right now. No, just kidding. Love you, baby girl. Why don't we do another pop quiz?
Oh yes,
our
that
new segment.
that was over last week.
Mate, people love a good pop quiz, and they're watching or listening, doing the answers as well.
Yes.
It's very exciting. Let me know what you got, guys.
All right, it's time. It's time for the pop quiz.
Here we go.
I'm gonna go first this week.
Yes.
Because you went. Yes.
Yes. Good. I'm ready.
Um.
I hope I can maintain my score of 8
Okay.
or higher. If I drop below, I'll be pissed off.
Yeah, I hope to see some improvement out of you.
All right. Hey, hold your horses.
I actually just realised one of my questions I think you asked me last week.
I love that. Dang it. Hopefully I've forgotten.
Well, yeah, maybe you forgot already.
You know?
All right.
Okay.
Fake timer on, and we're off. Who wrote the Harry Potter novels?
J.K. Rowling.
Rowling?
Rolling.
Sure.
You know what? What?
What was the name of the girl group P. Diddy created?
Danity Kane.
Oh, wow! What was Brad Pitt's breakout movie?
Brad Pitt. Fight Club?
No,
Oh,
Fight Club.
gosh. Brad
No, you
Pitt.
got it wrong. You could have said pass. You got it wrong.
No, I got it wrong. You're right. Okay. A simple wrong would have been fine. I have to break
Gotta
me.
let you know. It was Thelma and Louise.
Oh, and you know what? I did a scene from that in acting class. I had no idea he was in it.
Yeah, you.
Stupid.
What year did The Amazing Race premiere? I picked this one because you're a big fan of the show.
2001?
Yes!
Oh!
Good job!
Fuck, I'm good.
What everyday item did they claim to invent in the movie Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion?
Post-its. We invented post-its. No, you didn't. Yeah, we did.
If someone has arachnophobia, what do they have a phobia of?
Spiders.
Wow. Name the oldest, from oldest to youngest, name the Kardashian Jenner sisters.
Ooh. Oh, all of them. 5.
The 5 of them.
Courtney,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Chloe,
Yes.
Kendall,
Yes.
Kylie.
Good job.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't watch
I
the
was gonna
show
say, you
too.
don't even watch it.
No. Big fan though.
What planet is closest to the sun?
Oh, shit. Mars?
No.
Oh, fuck. What is it?
Mercury.
Ah, shit.
My very elderly mother just sat up near Jupiter.
You're what? Sorry? What? What? I'm in this. What are you talking about over there? What are you just... Oh, is that how you
That's how you remember it.
What do they call that? What do they call that when you think...
An
An acronym?
acronym?
No.
An acronym. You made it one word.
An acronym? Us national.
It's acronym.
Acronym. Oh, it's acronym, and I said an acronym.
You're sorry. It's an acronym.
Sorry about that. Acronym. There you go.
Okay. What is Monica and Ross's relationship on Friends?
Brother and sister.
Yes.
Don't watch that show. Not from you.
How many bones are in the human body?
222? 12. 212. No. Shit. What was it?
206.
Ah!
I think you...
I think I got 7.
Yeah, you didn't do as well as last week.
Average has fallen to 7.5.
7.5?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the average. Is it really?
Well, I got 8 the first one, 7. So I'm right bang.
Wow. I wouldn't have worked that out that fast.
Damn. Okay, good questions, darling.
Okay, thank you. Now it's time for me to show my improvement.
Yes, you go. Now, last week you got 5. We're hoping for at least 6.
Oh, man. Okay, go.
In which city did Ross and Rachel get married at the end of season 5?
Oh, gosh, I should know this.
Ooh,
It wasn't London. No, obviously Ross went to marry Emily in London.
Oh, I put a friend's question in there for you.
I know. What city were they in? Las Vegas.
Ding.
Ding.
Which American pop star had back-to-back 2015 chart success with singles Sorry and Love Yourself?
Justin Bieber.
Ding. Where is the Great Sphinx located?
Egypt.
Ding.
Oh, wow. I'm doing so good.
So smart. How many kids does Angelina Jolie have?
6.
Ding. Who did Forbes name the youngest self-made billionaire ever?
Kylie Jenner.
Ding. Didn't even let me finish the question. Ding, ding. How many Harry Potter books are there?
7.
Ding.
Oh, yes.
I was like, nope, shut up.
I know
Ding.
there's one more movie.
Yes,
and I was like,
good
is
girl.
it 8 films or 8
books. Yep,
Yeah.
you got it. What food am I? American graham crackers with chocolate and marshmallows.
S'mores.
Ding.
Oh, I'm doing so good.
Name 3 of the 7 dwarfs in Snow White.
Oh, you know I don't know this.
I feel like you could get 3. They're all like, shh.
Happy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Grumpy?
Yes. One more.
Sleepy!
Yes!
Whoa!
Oh my gosh. 8 from 8.
Oh,
Last 2 questions. Here we go. How many sides does a nonagon have?
I've never heard of that. 9.
Yes!
Boom!
You could have our first 10 out of 10 pop quiz. No pressure whatsoever.
Okay.
Take your time.
It's turkey time.
Here you go. What does the Roman numeral X equal?
10.
Yes!
10. Oh my gosh, I am the smartest man alive. Wow.
10 out of 10.
I would like to frame
Yes,
these.
hit the microphone.
Don't touch
Sorry
the
about that, Snoogs.
microphone.
Snoogs hates me right now. Sorry about that, babe.
Wow.
You got them all right.
That was 100% improvement from last week.
100%. And there were like, a bit of geography, a bit of maths for you.
Yeah, I almost got the first question wrong. I almost started off,
You're lucky
Yeah.
you said it's not London, because if you had said London,
Yep.
eh.
I knew it wasn't London,
Yep.
but I put out feelers.
You seen what vibe I gave off when you said London, and I would.
But I was trying to think, was there a different episode where they went back to London? Then I remembered
the old Vegas.
Yeah, I remembered Vegas.
And we're back.
Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry about technical difficulties. Latte at Latte, there should be in here. Lovely darling was a little bit upset, a little bit crying, had to let her out. She ran in, knocked the camera over, took her outside. She did big shit. She ate some food, drank some water, and she's back down in her crate. Love you, baby girl. I think we finish it off with our Q&A. We reckon?
Yep, let's do it.
You ask the questions,
And we give you the answers
it is time
for the questions
of the week.
I'll start this week. Just gonna grab that one right there.
Oh,
Cassie,
yes.
do the names of the dogs represent their ranking as far as authority? Where does Rondog fit in? Great question.
I love that. No, it does not represent their rankings because, I don't even know
Yeah, how
what the rankings are.
Marshal, a
I think
chief,
chief is like the highest one, right?
and a sheriff. Yeah, I feel like sheriff would be the lowest.
I couldn't even
couldn't
guess.
even tell you.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, that is not the ranking system. It just started with sheriff. We thought it was a funny name for a small dog. And then we thought Marshall is also cute because it's a boy's name and it fits with the theme. And then after that, I was like, Chief would be a perfect
Addition.
brother. And then Jess came up with when we one day get our 4th dog,
Yep.
his name will be Sarge.
Sarge. Good old Sarge.
Yeah, there was this one dog at a pet rescue in California. I wanted him so bad. He was so cute. But his name was Jerome. And I really liked the name Jerome.
Yeah. Oh, I like that too.
But I was like, but I want Sergeant. And then I thought, you know what? No, his name's going to be Sergeant Jerome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hyphenate it.
I will hyphenate it.
You know, Rod Dog wasn't about fourth dog.
No.
I mean,
I try here and
it's
there,
a
but
lot.
to be honest with you, yeah, I don't think I could handle a fourth dog. Got nowhere to put it, mate.
No.
I've got a big house and
Yeah.
we're full of dogs.
Big house. Nowhere to put a crate.
There's really not.
But they have their own layout. And,
Yeah.
and if you added, it would just mess
If
everything
I
up.
got one more crate, I'd have to get an additional crate. So 2 more dogs to make it even.
Oh.
And that's
What
5 dogs.
What would we call the 5th one?
Oh, Sergeant
Sarge.
and...
Detective. No.
Ooh, I don't know.
Is that in the same ball game?
I'm not sure. Maybe...
I feel like there's another one. Like there's a sheriff and then there's something deputy. That'd be cute, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No.
The Run Dogs ranking, I would say, well, I feel like it starts with me.
Absolutely, mate.
I feel like I am the alpha as much as Ronnie wants to think he is. I do mostly
Everything.
take them for the walks.
Run the household.
I do run the household. I feel like they just respect me.
They do. They look at mum.
They do respect him as well. So I'm going to say it goes me, the Run Dog. What are we talking about?
Rankings.
Like
Authority. You know, OG has to be.
Sheriff,
OG Sheriff has to be next.
Chief, and then Marshall. Yeah. Marshall is such a sweetheart.
He's the kindest,
Yeah.
most loving
Yeah.
dog you will ever meet.
Yeah. Big scary Doberman.
Big scary Doberman. Put his big old head in your lap and just look at you
And
with those
just
eyes.
shake his little
nub.
nub.
You just want some love. Bless his heart.
He's a big sweetheart.
They're hilarious. They should have their own TV show. Just the boys.
Sheriff would love that. All right.
Here you go. Mix it up. At random.
Okay. What is the funniest thing that has ever happened to you gals at a restaurant?
Oh,
You going?
I got one. The old
Okay.
Penrith story. Was it Penrith we were in? Back in
Penrith
Australia.
Plaza?
Penrith Plaza.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Ooh.
So back in Australia, back in the day. God, this was what?
Well, I think I was living in Melbourne, so I think I
were.
came back to visit.
Yeah.
It was for I was there for my mum's hens.
Yeah. Oh gosh, what year was that?
2013.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. So me, you and the Snugs at Penrith Plaza having breakfast or lunch brunch, yeah. Snugs gets up, I don't know where he went. I'm just going to say he went to the bathroom or...
You know, he went to Priceline, the chemist.
That's right, went to Priceline. Bit of cough medicine probably. He's got allergies, guys. Got up and left. And I said, no worries, we'll meet you in there.
Well, we thought he might have been taking his time.
Taking his time.
So we thought, we'll just wrap it up here.
Wrap it up here. We'll meet him over there. Signal the waitress. Excuse me, miss. Thank you so much. Can we just get that check real quick? We'll be on our way.
Yeah.
She says, oh, no, you've already paid. I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, yeah, I think that gentleman that was with you has already paid. I know that he hadn't.
How did you know he hadn't?
Because I saw him leave.
Oh, okay.
And he did not go past the cash
Yeah,
register.
and I was like, well, I hope, I mean, he did often used to pay for me too.
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
appreciate Snoogie. But I was like, didn't assume that. So
yeah.
I thought, at least give me my bill.
And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, it's all taken care of. Me knowing, and let me put this into perspective, guys.
Yes.
We were both dirt poor.
Yeah.
Dirt poor.
Snoogs had a job.
Snugs was the only one with
He had a steady job.
Sufficient income. I don't know.
Maybe.
Snugs had the money. And I knew that he hadn't paid. And I thought, all right. Well,
All right.
look, I'm not going to call you a liar. You say we've already paid.
We've already paid.
Then we've already paid. We leave. Walk to said Priceline. Meet up with this Snoogie. And he's like, what are you doing? I was going to come back. Did you pay? I said, no, she said that we already paid.
He said you paid.
Mate.
He was so upset with us.
He got the shits. And he was like a dad. Like he was so disappointed that we hadn't said, no, we haven't paid. And like, he was just so disheartened by
I
it.
genuinely didn't know that he
You
hadn't
didn't
paid.
know. No. And I just walked off.
You, on the other hand, you were like, free meal?
I'll be
I would
honest.
take it. I'm poor.
I took it. You know, I was
It must have
counting
been
pennies back then.
Someone else had to have paid.
It
That's
was
the
very
thing.
strange. That's the thing. Because
It kind of came across to me as someone saw two girls, women, sitting by themselves having lunch, and
Yep.
someone thought, I'm gonna pay it forward today and pay
Yeah.
for someone else's meal.
that's nice.
And not look for recognition, because
No.
that is an act of kindness. That's what I take it as.
Yeah, they looked at us and said, you know what? Those girls
They look poor.
look like they need a good meal. So I'm gonna shout them,
Yeah.
as they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Snugs. I never hear the end of that one.
Hold on, I've got another one.
Tell me.
When we were in New Orleans.
There you go. New Orleans,
NOLA.
NOLA,
Do you know what NOLA stands for?
New Orleans, Louisiana.
How did you learn that?
I probably learned it off a TV show, probably.
Jersey Shore.
Yes, yes.
Because I often wondered that myself.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, it was like maybe 2 nights before we were debuting on SmackDown. And we thought, let's go out, treat ourselves to a nice dinner.
Nice dinner.
And everywhere in New Orleans does oysters.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
And we thought, look, once in a lifetime opportunity.
If there's going to be a time where we try an oyster,
Yeah, it's going to be in New
Louisiana.
Orleans.
Yeah.
So we tried that. I failed. I remember getting that thing in my mouth and spitting it right back out.
You won't have it.
I'm big on texture.
Yeah.
And that was a finicky texture.
Finicky. Word of the day. Very slimy.
Yeah, very slimy.
Very salty.
It was like I went down to the ocean, found the moss, and like licked it.
This looks great. I, on the other hand, didn't mind it.
You didn't,
But I like seafood.
But you did pop me.
Yeah. Because it is, mate, when you get it in, you're thinking, oh. But then when you swallow it, you're thinking, okay, it wasn't too bad, but would I do it again?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I just find oysters strange because you put this substance in your mouth and you're supposed to just swallow it, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to chew it.
So that confuses me.
Yeah.
Is it a drink? No.
No. It's solid.
It's a solid, and you want me to just swallow it?
You know, that's a choking hazard waiting to happen.
It is. Well, not really, because it's so damn slimy.
Yeah, mate, it's just going to go, bleh.
I think the guy first recommended that we try it on a cracker.
That's right. And I remember you did put it on a cracker.
Yeah, and it was
and you're like,
awful.
no.
Not
Me, I
having
just
it.
went for it.
You did.
But you know what? Little did we know that years later we would be saying that story on our podcast. So was it worth it? Yes, it was. Next question. Got any funny road stories? Mate, how much freaking time do you have?
Yeah.
I mean,
We weren't on the road for long, but in that time we banked quite a few stories.
banked them. The one that is always at the top of our list, and we've spoken about it frequently, is Yakima, Washington. Why? Because we almost died.
I hate Yakima, so if you're from there and you're listening,
Sorry,
why do you live there?
but you almost killed us.
Yeah, we were not happy that day. We were driving, and of course they take you to the towns that really deal with a hard winter.
Which baffles
In
me.
winter. I don't know why you don't do like Florida in January.
Exactly.
Not,
it makes no sense.
not during the summer.
Even Texas, like the
Yeah.
hotter.
Yeah. So that
States.
always grinded my gears
Yep,
about
yep.
the WWE
Put us in a
live
bad
event
mood.
scheduling.
Yep.
I thought, this is dumb. You got 2 girls and 1 New Yorker. We had Zelina with us.
Yep.
Miss
Oh,
Thea.
there.
And you were driving.
Gosh, it started off early.
It did. It was a
'Cause
very long day.
It was, I think it was a 4-hour drive originally. Like on the GPS, it
Yes,
was about a
it was a
4-hour
long one.
drive
Yeah.
in the daytime to get to the venue. So I'm driving and already a bad driver. Already don't feel comfortable driving in the snow.
Yep.
And there was snow,
Yeah.
ice everywhere.
Yeah.
We were in a little bloody compact car, thanks to National. Driving around, and I was coming up to a stop sign, and I knew that the ice, obviously you have to start braking earlier,
Yeah.
and Ronnie had always taught me to pump it
Yeah.
when you want to stop,
Yeah.
because it'll prevent you from sliding.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to start braking earlier, and the second I put my foot on the brake,
We were
started sliding.
Yeah.
And I did the pump thing
Yeah.
that because I had it in my head,
Yeah.
and I'm turning. Thank God there were no
Oncoming
bloody
cars.
oncoming cars, but we end up in a ditch.
Yeah, we slide all the way through the intersection and into the ditch on
In
the
the
other
ditch.
side.
And I'm thinking we're fucked.
Well, the car was like this as well. So we're
Tilted
like,
down.
how the hell are we going to get to this live event? we're going to have to pay for this car that's in a ditch.
Yeah. We're going to have to...
We're in the middle of
figure it-
bumfuck nowhere.
It's freezing outside. There is snow everywhere. And I just start bursting into tears.
Yeah.
Because I thought I just crashed the car and I was worried about the girls. I didn't want to, like, you know, it wasn't like a big crash or anything.
Well, it was scary.
But it was scary.
Yeah.
And like, I just felt like I'd let them down. So then, thank goodness, a trucker pulls over, helped us.
Yeah.
Then, thank goodness, a bloody tow truck came by
Yeah.
and they got us out. They were
thank gosh
really
those
nice.
gentlemen.
And I said, I'm not driving
Yeah.
anymore.
And we nominated the New Yorker.
And we said, Thea, you've
You're
dealt
up.
with snow. Get in the car.
Yeah.
Bless her heart, she drove the rest. What followed was the most scariest thing
night
we've ever
of our
been in.
life.
We get there's traffic banked up. There was a crash on the
Well,
freeway.
Hold on a second. Let me give you a
Yep.
timestamp at
Yep,
this point.
there you go.
We are still maybe an hour and a half from the venue.
Yep.
And we realized the roads are closed. We've
Yep.
got to take a different exit, and also we didn't want to get stuck without sufficient gas.
Yes.
So we get gas. By the time we get back on the new route, it's probably 6 p.m., 5:30 p.m. Show
Yep.
starts at 7
We're thinking,
or something along those lines.
not gonna make it.
Yeah, so we're constantly, you know, checking.
Texting and everything.
We know a lot of other people on the show were also stuck.
Yeah, I feel like half of the show were stuck on the freeway in that traffic
Yes.
because they didn't, like, they weren't able to turn off before like
Yes,
we did.
exactly.
The people that did turn off were stuck on a hill,
Well, not just a hill.
a damn cliff.
It was, yeah,
It was
a very narrow, very high cliff.
why this road is in use. I do not know, but the GPS took us this way, and we thought we would be fine and make it.
Well, there was
No,
a lot of people.
A lot of
lot of
traffic.
people going that way too.
both ways.
Yeah.
Icy roads.
Very narrow road.
Narrow road, 2 lanes, and on a cliff where there was no barricade.
Yeah, and it was literally, and we say it was a 2-way road. It was basically 1 lane, and it was
Just
2
half.
ways. You had to share it. And on the left-hand side, immediately up was just mountain.
Just mountain.
Immediately and vertical. And then on our right, immediately down was frozen lake.
Frozen lake. So we're driving up bumper to bumper.
Yeah,
There's
very
cars
slowly.
coming down. We're still sliding.
Yeah, we're so scared to slide off the cliff.
And I started crying at one point. I was like, Thea, please slow down. She wasn't doing anything wrong, but I
No.
was just so anxious.
We had to have been going at no more than 5 miles an hour.
Still sliding.
And we were still sliding. It was so scary. You
So
were in the
scary.
back.
Yep.
I was still up front.
Yep.
And I remember as we were going up the cliff, I was deciding, okay, well, worst case scenario, what do I do?
Yeah.
So I had my hand on my seatbelt ready to unclip myself, and I had my finger on the window power button ready to wind down my window, so that if we fell off the cliff, I could maybe open the door or I could jump
get
out
out.
the window.
Yep.
Something that would allow us to escape. Little did I know, Jess was doing the exact same thing behind me.
Yep. She turned around at one point and I had exact same thing. My hand, because you see those car scenes where they can't get out. So
Yeah.
I had my hand on the thing and on the window.
Yeah.
And we're ready. Like, I was so ready. And there was one moment where I was like, we're going off this cliff.
Yeah.
And I need to be able to get these girls out of the car. And that's just what's going to happen.
And mind you, you and I are shitting bricks.
Oh, yeah.
And Thea is singing along to the radio.
Bloody Nicki Minaj
I
rapping
think-
in the car.
I think maybe that's what scared me, is that she wasn't scared.
Yeah. And I was like,
That girl is just
ooh,
fearless.
she's absolutely fearless, mate. You can't scare her even if you tried. So we're going up and it's past the point of the show. We know we're going to be stuck here.
Bit of tan, sorry.
But then we find out that there has been a truck that has
Jackknifed.
jackknifed.
Right.
So they've stopped the lanes. We cannot move any more on this hill. So it gets to nighttime. There's no lights anywhere. Everyone's turning their car off to try and save gas.
Yep.
It was freezing.
Yeah.
Snow everywhere. It started snowing that night too.
Yeah, well, we were monitoring the snow. So,
Yep.
like, you and I aren't sure, like, what 3 inches of snow is.
Yeah.
But the random points was like, hey, we're at 6 inches of snow. We're at 10 inches. And it just kept growing and growing.
Growing and growing. and it got to like, it was well into the night. It was pitch black.
I kept having timestamps. I remember on my
because
social
you kept,
media.
social media.
I kept
We
track
hadn't
of it.
we hadn't eaten in like 8 hours.
Yeah.
We needed to pee, so we all got out and
Well, before we got on the road, I think we went to Panera.
Yes.
And one of us got some sort of a pastry.
it came in a box.
That came in a little box.
like
and
the cardboard box.
yeah,
thing.
and you and I are like, okay, cannot hold this peeing
Yep.
anymore.
Yep.
There's so many people around us, but everyone's in the same boat. Everyone has to pee at some point.
Yep. I remember I didn't use anything. I just peed straight in the snow.
No, you peed in the
Or
box.
did I pee in the box?
Did I pee in the box?
Because I remember
You peed in the snow, and
I
you
did.
peed. I got out and went to the front of the car and squatted down.
Yep, with
peed in
the box. Yep.
Your car door was open, so this person behind couldn't see. But you peed right where I had to step to get in the car.
Yes, I
didn't
did.
say it at the time because I was like,
I did.
oh.
Yes.
So when I
yes.
got back to that side, I was like, oh,
That-
Jess, how am I going to get in the
I've
car?
got to step over your piss to get back in the car. Yep, sorry about that. Had to go. And then I think Thea peed in like a bottle or something, or a water bottle. Or
Did
she
she?
had something
I
else
don't
as
remember
well.
that.
Yeah, it was rough. And then it gets to like 4 a.m. and they finally open up the roads or something.
Before that,
Oh, the guy.
I was
Yeah.
on high alert because I thought if we're going to get murdered, it's going to be when we're vulnerable in a moment like this. So, and I was in the driver's seat at this point. I was
Yes.
like, let me sit here. I'll be on guard. The girls have some sleep. They've
Yep.
both driven. I have not.
Yep. Bless your heart.
Thank you. What just happened there? You girls have been driving. I have not. I think let me take over. And then all of a sudden I hear a Snoogie, forgive me for this, but I hear and I am on alert. Who is it and what do you want? And why is there someone in the snow knocking on my door? And
We all wake up.
you all wake up and he tries saying wind down the window. So I'm not going to wind down the window. What do you want? Why would I wind down the window? Am I an idiot? No. And then I think you girls are the one that said, Cass, he's got food. And I thought, oh, I'm so
Bless
sorry.
his heart.
Wind down the window. He gives us a warm cup of noodles each. It was so lovely.
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
I remember waking up from the knock and you were...
I was on guard.
And you were on guard, but you had to be because
Yeah.
it's pitch black. We're on a cliff,
Yeah.
and in a car,
Yeah.
3 women by ourselves. There's piss around the car. Like we haven't eaten. We're on high alert. But he knocks, and you go, "What do you want?"
Yeah.
Bless his heart, but you had to be. Cup of noodles,
It was very nice.
you know. And he was literally walking to every single car.
I think he was from like, I don't know what they
Like
call
a
it.
emergency?
SES.
Yeah, like
something like that.
I think he was too because
Because
he
I
had
don't know
a
how he got
flashlight
hot
and
food
everything.
up the mountain. Like,
Insane.
yeah, that was insane.
So eventually
Anyway.
they open up, you drive us to our hotel. I think we
Which
got
was
into bed.
Still like an hour away.
Still an hour away. I think we got to sleep at like 6
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah.
And next day we had TVs, which was lovely.
We were very angry. But then that next morning when we tried to start the car to get to TVs, we were stuck in snow.
We had to shovel it
We
out.
had to shovel it out. And I
Remember
also
that.
didn't realize, I went down early to check out the snow and see how the car was. I left the car in park and that's why we weren't moving. And
Oh,
just the
that's
wheels were
right.
spinning.
And the wheels were spinning. That's right. Oh my gosh. But when you've gone through that, you're frazzled, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And there are like so many stories like that of just traveling and just going through towns where there's nothing there. The weather is extreme from one end to the other, where it being really hot or
Yeah.
freezing cold, and it's rough. But luckily we had each other to get us through that.
Yeah.
Rough.
I'll add some pictures of the experience
Oh gosh.
on the YouTube.
Get those Snapchat stories up.
Jeez. All right, miss.
Was
Is it my turn? It's
yeah,
my turn.
it's your
Sorry.
turn, Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Funniest thing that happened in a match.
Ooh.
What?
Our challenge with E.
Oh, bless.
A tour.
Big E.
He
Big E Langston.
he is an absolute angel.
He really is. That's the only way to describe
An
him.
absolute angel. He is such a good person. He makes you want to be a better person.
Yep.
He is a dear friend of ours.
Yep.
And were we on tour? We were in Europe.
I think it started on tour, yeah.
Started on tour. We just like to pop each other.
Yeah, have
So
a good time.
Came up with a game where we would have a challenge for him,
Yeah.
and he would have a challenge for us, and we had to do it out there
Yeah.
in the match
Yeah.
or the entrance.
Yeah.
And he was, obviously that was the New Day back then.
Yeah.
So, but he would tell Kofi and Woods.
No, yeah, but
what
it was
to do.
always bonus points when Kofi and Woods joined in.
Yes. we kept score, and it was recently he texted us the score count and was like, wow, this was amazing. But one time he had challenged us, and we took this very seriously. He had challenged us to do a row the boat in the middle of the match. And we said, well, sir, challenge accepted.
And was this a 6-woman tag or was this just a regular tag?
It was just a regular
tag.
tag.
Okay, it was a regular tag.
Yeah. I want to say it was against Naomi and Lana. I never was Lana.
I just remember Lana.
I only remember Lana. I don't remember who her partner was, but it was definitely Lana. So I tagged you in, and I think I had put Lana on the ground. Good old snapmare.
Yep.
Works every time.
Yep.
Tagged you in, and I had said to Lana, stay there.
Yep.
Tag you in, you go behind her.
Yep.
I just plop down in front,
Yep.
and we start doing
Rowing.
the rowboat.
And poor thing, she's sitting there like, what do I sell?
And she's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? And I was like, just sit down. And we dying of laughter. Bless her heart. Thank God she stood there. But then afterwards, he's like, I didn't know you were going to sandwich her. So he gave us bonus points for having someone in the boat with us.
Yes. And then we got, not scolded, but Daniel Bryan wasn't happy with us. He said, sorry.
Sorry about that.
Take it a bit more seriously.
But they were always like, even the guys, they would always do like fun challenges.
The guys would be so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then we get called out for a simple robot.
Yeah. But I love E. That was always so much fun.
Yeah.
Doing those challenges, and that was just one of them.
Yeah.
So that's a little.
Actually, I have one other one. This isn't as funny, but it popped me huge. We were still in NXT, and we had a tag match with Dakota and Aaliyah.
Yeah.
And there was a part at the beginning of the match where all of a sudden they just started chasing us outside of the ring.
Oh, I can't remember that.
We're running around the ring, and then I decide, had enough of this. I'm going to slide in.
Yep.
And then Dakota slid in after me.
Yep. Oh.
And then I decided, let me get rid of her, try to clothesline her head off, but she ducks it. Then I see Jess following me. She slides in, so I pick her up off the mat. We both, or I think Dakota sees that she throws, tries to take our heads off. We duck her, and all of a sudden Jess, blown up, because we're moving so quickly. She just yells out, shit! And it popped me huge. I was like, Jess, you can't swear. But there was just so much happening in that moment.
Gosh.
It was a lot, very frazzling. So I can understand.
It was
why
so
came
funny.
out.
I was blown up from running around the ring. We're up, down, duck, dodge, dive. And I remember you picking me up. That was so funny. Shit! Mate, whatever gets you through it. Whatever gets you through it. Okay. Jess, do you find Cassie's fear of roller coasters funny? How do you convince her to go on them?
You don't.
I don't. I try
Can't
to.
anymore.
The last roller coaster that I convinced her to go on was we went to Vegas for a girls' trip. Was that 3 years ago?
No, that was for my
I don't think that was for your bachelorette.
bachelorette.
It was for your bachelorette?
Yep.
Okay. So we were there for the bachelorette and the New York roller coaster. I was like, we got to go on it. It's a staple. Yes, they charge an arm and a leg, but we'll just go on it.
Yes,
it's
the
fun.
scariest roller coaster in the world.
It's a fun one.
Oh, fun.
Mate, I've been on scarier
Fun
ones.
is subjective.
Got her on that because I said, look, everyone's going to do it. Don't be a bitch.
Basically, yes.
So you get on, we're going up, and it's quite high.
Yeah,
And
and
you're
it's
starting
over
to
the
freak out.
whole strip. And I don't like heights as it is.
No, hate heights, hate roller coasters, and you're like, oh God, why did I do this? And I was like, mate, it'll be over in 35 seconds, and you did it.
Well, I had no choice. Once you put me in there, they strap me in. I've got no choice.
She starts bloody quizzing the employees.
Absolutely.
What training have you done? She's already in. She can't get out. What training have you done? The guy goes, oh, it's just a.
Yeah,
what did he say?
exactly. I was like, first of all, when was the last time this ride was maintained?
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time it was oiled? All those sorts of things. Secondly, what was your training in order to get this job? Because if it was nothing, why am I safe?
Why, yeah.
And yes, his
answer
response
wasn't reassuring.
was very bothersome. Very bothersome.
He was like, ma'am, shut up. I want to start the ride.
Yeah, basically, that's all his job is press the start
the
button.
button.
And I was like,
Hope for the best.
wow, if I don't make it to my wedding, I'm going to be pretty pissed off.
I'm coming for you, mate. Oh, funny times.
So yeah, don't like roller coasters. Very scary. Have you ever had a recurring dream? I've been having the same for years where I'm naked in public. Huh.
Interesting. Well, you're a very when you dream, you will look it up straight away.
Yeah, I want to know the meaning of it.
So what do you know the meaning of that one?
I feel like this has something to do with like you feel like I could be making this up.
No, you're fine.
But I feel like it's something to do with where you're you feel like you're being judged
Okay.
in your real life.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
insecurities or something like that in real life.
So maybe that's something. If you ask this question, or if you have a dream where you're naked in public,
Yeah.
have a think if you're insecure about anything,
Or look up the real meaning.
or just type it in Google. But I do have very vivid dreams, but I never have the same one. If I'm being honest, it's always something different.
I had reoccurring dreams as a kid.
Okay.
And it was I had sleep, what's it called?
Deprivation.
No, not as a
Walking.
kid. No.
Talking.
Those are other stories. Sleep, it's where you
Sleep insomniac.
Can I like try and explain it? Where you're sleeping and you're screaming out for help but you're paralyzed.
Night terror.
I don't know.
Sleep paralysis.
That's it. Ding ding ding.
Fucking got there in the end. Mate.
Yeah, so and it was a thing where I was this tiny figure in a very large room. But the walls of the room were like round. It was like a jumping castle.
Okay.
And the walls were closing in on me. And I had nowhere to go.
And
It was just
every
this
time?
tiny figure.
Wow.
And then I would like scream out for my mum, but I couldn't get any words out.
And you eventually stopped, like you just
They
grew
just
out of
stopped
it?
happening, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Dreams are a funny thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a Google.
Have a Google.
But
Google on
you
that
know,
meaning.
just hope it stops. Have you ever had word vomit to someone important and just wished you had shut up? Yes.
Oh, really?
Well, I feel like just...
Anytime we spoke to Vince?
Yeah. I just tend to babble and just... yeah. And then it might be funny, but then I'm just not sure, and then it's too far, and then I'm like, well,
What?
that just went.
Wait, what was that story? Didn't you like put your hands on him or something in Gorilla sometime? Oh no, it was when he's turned 70.
Yes. The big 70.
Or what was it, 75? What did he just turn?
What did he turn? I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Let's say 75.
Went after a match or promo, whatever we had, went into Gorilla and
Said thank you.
just thank you, and then I said, "Wow, the big 7'5" in front of everyone."
And then she gave him a pat on the shoulder.
gave him a love tap. And he starts laughing because it was, mate. We made him laugh every single time.
We did with the double
Gorilla.
handshake.
In the double handshake, we'd go in with the
Yeah.
double handshake. Love that. But just stuff like that. I tend to touch people where I shouldn't. That sounds bad, but like
On the face.
on the face,
Yeah.
I tend to touch people on the face, or like if I'm talking to them, I'll touch them on the chest or grab them.
You are very feely.
And so that happens to me all the time, and then I'll walk away and she'll start laughing, and I'm like, why did I
have
do
to
that?
let her know what she did.
Why did I do that? But thank God people laugh at it and don't take it
Yeah.
like offensive.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I should be aware of.
I haven't, this wasn't word vomit. It was like the complete opposite, where I couldn't form words. This was when you had been drafted to SmackDown, and I decided to put on my big girl panties and go talk to Vince.
You damn right you did.
And I had in my head what I knew I wanted to say, but he brushed it off very quickly, and then I was like, oh crap, I got nothing else. This was my idea.
You had
that
done your speech.
This
and
was
then-
my idea that I wanted to present,
Yeah.
and he wanted to discuss other ideas, but that I didn't have other ideas. This was the one I wanted to talk about, that I put my
yeah.
time and effort into. And he says to me, like, what do you do for fun? And me being me, the introvert, the homebody
Yep.
that I am,
Yep.
I had to let him know I just like to sit on the couch with my dogs and watch TV.
Couldn't tell you, mate.
Yeah, and he just stared at me, and so in my head I'm like, just make something up. Couldn't make anything up.
Oh,
Nothing was coming out
you just
I could
physically
not-
couldn't come out with the words.
because I'm not a liar.
No. You and I.
So I didn't want to lie
Don't
to
have
the
time for
man.
that.
I feel like he probably could have seen right through that.
Mate, he knows.
Yeah,
He
and
knows.
I basically said to him, like, I'm really sorry, I'm boring. Like, I like to just be at home on my off days. He's like, oh, nothing boring about that. You're with your dogs,
Love it. Love this.
watching TV. And I was like, yes.
Vince's voice is on point.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
But yeah, it didn't contribute any more to that conversation, unfortunately. That's probably why I lost my job.
So, oh, well. I'm glad we can laugh about it now.
Yeah. Oh, it's my turn.
Oh, it's your turn.
Get your paws out of here. What is your weirdest party trick? Or Jess can put a whole fist in her mouth.
She always says this just so she can watch me try. But she knows I can't do it. And my jaw clicks and it's not nice. No, I got weird thumbs.
No, I got weird thumbs.
I don't know if you can see that. They're all like weird.
It's like she's got no thumb knuckle.
There's nothing there. And when Snoogie and I hold hands, he can like push my thumb in. It's like just nothing.
It's tough to kind of explain.
You have to feel it.
You do have to feel it. It's one of those ones where you have to feel.
Would yours be your counting?
Counting?
Like you can count 1 to
10
in
Vietnamese.
See how we one word at a time. Would it be a party trick?
I don't think so.
No? What do you reckon?
Party trick. Party trick. Yeah, I probably would say that one.
Yeah. Cass can put a whole fist in her mouth too.
No, can't.
Mate, neither can I. I don't hold it against you.
Can you put your palm flat on your shoulder? On the same shoulder?
I feel like you're setting me up to fail right now.
Right, I can't do it. I can't put my palm on it unless I push it down like that.
Oh, you're just saying like normal?
Like, can you put your palm?
No, I can't.
Is
that a thing where... Mate, I don't trust you one bit. Don't trust you one bit.
No, I just saw on TikTok where no one can do it.
Can't do it. I want to try that egg one. Where put the egg in your arm.
I haven't seen that one.
You can't. No one can break it. They got like a jacked guy, and you can't break it if you put it in the crease.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Bloody put your hand flat on your shoulder. What is your funniest or most embarrassing moment at the gym? Oh, I got a good one.
Okay.
One time I was at the old LA Fitness before I had my own home gym.
Yep.
You know those medicine balls?
Mm-hmm.
I thought this one was a heavy one.
Oh, no.
Where if I bounced it, it would stay on the ground. Little did I know, Snoogs is over in the mirror doing his bicep curls. I'm in the mats just trying to do some medicine ball slams.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get abs activated. Bit of explosive movement. Thought it was going to stick on the ground. Get the ball up. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Hits me right in the face.
Right in the schnoz.
You know when your face goes numb, it feels like Play-Doh, like it's been smushed? So I go, okay, look around, no one's looking. Okay, play it off.
Walk it off.
Walk it off, walk around in a circle, come back. Okay, I'm bleeding. Yep. Snoogs? Yep.
Little
okay. Just need to get the fuck out of here because I'm bleeding from the mouth and had a little black lip. Nothing too crazy, but it was like a 15-pound one that just came smacked me in the face.
Ooh, yeah.
So now I test him out beforehand.
That's a safe bet. I guess this is funny in hindsight, but when I was getting ready, I wasn't even getting ready for my tryout yet, but I was in the gym. My boss was training me, and we were trying out some agility workouts.
There you go.
So he put one of those bands around me. We attached it to a sled from behind so that I had some resistance.
Yeah.
And what I had to do, it was like, what do they call, like the suicides or something, where you have to go and touch the first marker, come back. Go and touch the second marker, come back. But I had this resistance on me. So I make the first marker, hell yeah. Make the second marker, hell yeah. I make the third one, but it's tough. And I get back and I look at that fourth one and I say, oh, that's far. And it was like quiet at the gym, so everyone was watching me. There was like 3 or 4 people there. Yeah, go Cassie, get that marker. So I'm G'd up. I'm going to get this marker. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to get the marker. I'm going to get it, So I'm down. I've got my center of gravity is low and I'm bear crawling to it.
Oh my gosh.
I get to the marker. Everyone celebrates. Woohoo! Yeah, she did it. So what do? Forget about my center of gravity. Stand all the way up to celebrate. And because I am attached to something,
my goodness.
I was catapulted.
Slingshot
all the way back. Hit my head on the sled. Broke one wrist, fractured the other, and gave myself a concussion.
Oh my! All in one swoop.
Yeah, and then maybe a week or 2 later, I found out I was getting a tryout.
Oh my gosh! And then you got your cast off.
I got my cast off.
It was like the week before.
2 weeks before the tryout.
Wow.
This chair is so squeaky. I'm sorry. And I had hardly any movement in it. And then at the tryout, I remember the doctor who was doing our medicals was like, any issues? I went, nope.
A-okay. Nothing's wrong here.
Everything works.
Look at me, Mr. Bean. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Because that would have hurt. Oh, we're done.
Oh, we're done. That was the last one.
Oh,
Yeah. 4 and 4 each makes 8.
there you go.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, our pork chops.
Lovely to have you guys again.
I hope you're enjoying us.
Yeah. Love Off Her Chops. Hashtag Off Her Chops. Tweet us. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, mad dogs.
Mad dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah, thanks.
See you next week.
Take care, pork chops.
Don't forget to follow us on the socials
At Off Her Chops.
at Cassie Lee.
At Jessica McKay.
And don't forget to
Slay your day.